Hey everyone, today I'm diving into a topic that I've practiced myself after I found a couple of skeletons in the cupboards of businesses that I've acquired. Yep, we're talking about doing your own financial due diligence, or FDD. Even though I'm a qualified accountant and used to do FDD for clients, when I started buying businesses, I hired accountants to do this heavy lifting for me. Why? Because I wanted to reduce risk, and frankly, I didn't fully trust my own objectivity at the time. But after a few deals, I realised doing my own FDD could have saved me from a few nasty surprises and given me a deeper understanding of the business before I took it over. So what exactly should you be looking at when you do your own FDD? Don't worry, it sounds complicated, but really, the seller is the one who should provide you with all the information. Your job is to know the right questions to ask. First up, profit and loss. Sales are the lifeblood of any business, so you want to dig into the following. Sales by customer. Is the business too dependent on just one or two clients? Sales by product, or SKU. Are most sales coming from a handful of products? A quick Pareto analysis can reveal that 80% of sales come from 20% of products. Seasonality. Does the business have peaks and troughs throughout the year? This impacts cash flow. Are there any future sales contracts or orders that provide certainty going forward? Next, look at cost of sales. How are costs calculated? For example, are production wages included in the cost of sales or in general overheads? You want to understand fixed versus variable costs to see how the business would handle changes in sales. Check gross profit per product. Is profit dependent on a few key products? Look for costs that can be cut to improve profitability. Check purchases relative to cost of sales and inventory levels. Is stock slow moving? Review key suppliers. Is there over-reliance upon one supplier? Compare gross margin to competitors to spot pricing or cost-saving opportunities. Overheads can be a mixed bag: rent, advertising, wages, etc. Go through each expense line by line and ask for details. For wages, ask for payroll data to understand exactly what you're paying for. Compare figures year over year to spot any big changes and get explanations. Balance sheets need similar scrutiny. Look at each line item and ask for breakdowns. The key things to check are cash. Review bank statements and reconcile them with the accounts. Cash doesn't lie. Stock. Get a detailed report on each SKU and recent sales to identify any slow movers. Aged debtors. Are any customer payments way overdue or likely to be uncollectible? Aged creditors. Many overdue debts could signal cash flow trouble. Directors' loans. Find out if there are any and how they'll be handled in the sale process. Other debtors and creditors. Ask for details to understand these accounts. Long-term liabilities and financing. Get comfortable with repayment terms and check for any restrictions on loan transfers. Look out for any debentures or guarantees. These might require permission from lenders before a sale. Now, this isn't a complete checklist, but it's a solid start if you're comfortable with financials and business operations. Once you've done your FDD, you might uncover risks. What do you do then? Here are your options. Walk away if the risks are too big and you're not comfortable. Mitigate risks. For example, find alternative suppliers if there's an over-reliance upon just one. Ask the seller for warranties to protect yourself financially. Renegotiate the price to reflect the risk you've uncovered. Use an earn-out structure or defer some payments until the business hits certain targets. Doing your own financial due diligence isn't easy, but it can give you a real edge and help you hit the ground running after the deal is completed. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more business tips, and let me know in the comments. Have you ever done your own FDD or thought about it?